going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Buffaloes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Volunteers offense takes the field. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take off at deep. Dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They get to him as he throws. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence. Everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And, David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
They'll try the run. Running into the open space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Vols come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down.
We're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, fourth down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
To the air, it's Knight. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
That's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. On these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality.
Breaks into the open. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Vols!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive. You cap it off with a touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Wants to throw on third down. Fires to the big fella. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finds his man. It's Barney. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Second down coming up.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Quick tempo here for the offense. Might as well stick with him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on. 2nd down, down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just got to throw it away because now you've backed yourself up even further. It's going to be even harder to throw this thing into the end zone or to score a touchdown. That's going to be a learning opportunity for this young man.
Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying play action. Buys a little time. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Opening play of the drive from the 39. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Buffaloes in the hurry up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Hauls it in. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Got a man. It's Barney. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One final play before the end of the quarter. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Back to throw, it's Odom. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Cincinnati. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Look out, he's got room. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Volunteers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Vols will snap it on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Volunteers! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They've settled for field goals on each of their last two drives, and if they want to win this thing, they better find a way to get it into the end zone. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Odom. Under fire. Makes the catch, it's Cox. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can...
Converts on 4th down, still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Buffaloes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Rushes on him. And they can't quite hook up, trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the move, it's Washington. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a 1st down. With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for the offense. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. Complete out of the backfield.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
DB's right up on the receivers. Looking downfield, it's Odom. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The give to the big fullback. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And the fullbacks are just the big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And I
I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down. There he goes. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're working that left side.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Now on the move. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Volunteers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Pocket breaking down. On target to the left. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas at Folsom Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Volunteers will boot it away to start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense...
Turning it on! It's a fumble! Recovered by the defense, and he's off! He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Vols! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Back to pass, it's Odom. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Off the play fake. Using the quick game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Buffaloes moving quickly to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Washington.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
All the way back to the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play call...
Breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
And the Vols, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They go to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Off play action. Looking to buy time. Unleashes one. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Snags it quickly on the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And the Buffaloes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Rides to back and leaves it. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Gets it to him on the screen. Shakes off the defender. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. The Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Buffaloes are in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Odom. He's got him. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll give it to the back. Got a little space. There he goes. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Bucks. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Bring in the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Vols send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Rides the back on the option to give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. To the air, it's Odom. Looking down the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Buffaloes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Volunteers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. grab behind the line. It's Adkins. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. We might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. He'll take a deep shot here. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, they're after him. He'll take another shot here. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Set sail out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to throw, it's Odom. Trying to set up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Blasted as he lets it go. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel. Gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Wants to throw again. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buffaloes have this offense rolling. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Give to the single back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Looking downfield, it's Odom. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Taking it the other way. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Volunteers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Turning it on. Finally corral, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. They'll try to run it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer, you got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. Don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Forward. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the stomping has commenced.
And all the hard work and commitment pays off, getting their first win of the season. Really impressed how they came out. After starting the season 0-2, they knew this was going to be a physical game, and they came ready to go on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to throw. It's Odom. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with a no.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They just keep firing. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to pass on second down. Got his man on the right. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. To the air. It's Odom. Fires to the middle. Big guy smells it.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So here is the Tennessee offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points.
Breaks into the open. Running through contact. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. First down for this offense. To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. To the air, it's Odom. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
3 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.